Well, good morning, everyone. I am getting ready to make soup for lunch. Soup is good food. I think the Campbell's people or whoever coined that little phrase had something. So I am making a soup that I'm actually the only one in our house who likes this, meaning Scott does not like this one. It's curry. It's curry-based soup. We are making mulligatawny soup today, and it's just fun to say. So repeat after me, right? Mulligatawny soup. This is a new one for me. Now I am cooking from, and if you're old school like me, books are the best. This Better Homes and Gardens, I call it my red and white book. I think everybody in my family has a red and white book. They got at a bridal shower at one time or another, right? And it's a great book. It has just got like everything, all the basics. Now this has mulligatawny soup in here, but I have made some changes to the recipe. Sometimes you just open the fridge and you're like, yeah, I gotta use that up. I gotta use that up. And we're tired of eating it the same way. So this was one of those deals, okay? So I'm kind of basing my take on the mulligatawny soup. Can you see I use this book a lot? There's little sticky notes sticking up where I grab the recipes I use a lot. Okay, so we are using ham in this recipe, which is not typical. So it's delicious. If you like spicy Indian, it's an Indian dish, okay? So it's a great recipe. So we're starting out just kind of basic soup stuff, okay? So we are gonna get our burner going because we want it hot. All right, so we're gonna start out with making a roux again. So we are needing some fat. We're gonna use about a tablespoon of butter and about a tablespoon of oil. And the reason I'm using them both is butter for flavor, oil for heat. So we're gonna get a little hotter burning point that way. Does that make sense? So we're gonna use a little bit of each and just eyeball it. So when we get that going now, we're gonna add some celery, carrot, onion, green pepper, green apple. Okay, so those are our veggies we're gonna add in there and saute, along with some, oh, I said onion already, garlic, a couple cloves of garlic, and then also some fresh ginger that I have diced way up. And I've talked about how I do my ginger before. I like to get it home, fresh ginger, peel the whole thing, and then lop off the lobs, okay? Lop off the lobs. That way when they say you need like an inch of ginger, you just kind of estimate an inch on here and then dice it up. And that is gonna give this recipe heat and warmth, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, so we're getting our soup started here. So we are melting, again, some oil and some butter. Then we are gonna add some flour and create a roux. And then we're gonna add our veggies and our spices and aromatics in here. All right, we are good. Okay, so we're gonna add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of flour. About the same amount that we added as the fat. Does that make sense? Just to get that as a thickening agent. And then we're gonna let that cook for just a minute because we don't want that raw flour taste. And it will kind of bubble up on you, and that is just fine. Nice. All right, so now we're just gonna add in our veggies that I've already got all chopped up and all diced up here. And we're gonna just saute them for a moment. All right. Okay, and like I said, also my ginger. Get that off of there. And then a couple cloves of garlic that we're gonna mince. See if I can get them both in here at one time. And again, fresh ingredients matter. So use the freshest stuff that you can. Meaning don't buy your garlic already minced. Deal? It will make a difference. All right, there we go. Oh, it's smelling good already. The trinity in here, right? Celery, carrots, onions, when you get that going. All right, that smells really nice. Now we are gonna add our curry in here too and just brown it up a little bit because we want those spices to so-called open up, okay? So we're gonna add, now again, this is gonna be flavor dependent on you. So curry, you can get curry as either a sweet or a hot, or hot and sweet for that matter. So I've got a number of different curry powders, and again, Penzeys is where I get my spices. I think quality matters, it really matters. And they are wonderful. I love that flavor. It's not for everybody, I get that, but I love it. All right, so now we're gonna add some liquid because it is soup. So we're adding about 5 cups of chicken broth. All right, and I just make mine, again, from chicken base that I also get from Penzeys. Great spice company. Don't agree with their political platform. I just have to say that in case this is the first time you've kind of watched one of my cooking things here. But they have great spices. Okay, so we're already rolling. We're rocking and rolling here. Okay, so what else we're gonna add? We're gonna add a couple teaspoons of lemon juice, and that's just for the acid and brightness. So we're gonna add a couple teaspoons of lemon juice. Not exact. That was a tablespoon, so I used a little shy of a tablespoon, which is about 2 teaspoons. We're also gonna add some tomatoes. So about 2 cups of tomatoes, stewed tomatoes, canned tomatoes, whatever you want. These are from our garden that I have canned, and we go through a lot of tomatoes. We make a lot of salsa from our canned tomatoes, and that is delicious. I think I've done that recipe for y'all before too. Okay, so there's our tomatoes. We're just gonna dump those in. And then, like I said, we are using ham because I have leftover ham. So this is a little more than a cup of chopped up ham. That's it, okay? And then we are also gonna add some split peas and some white rice. Calls for white rice. I have brown rice. I don't really carry a lot of white rice in our kitchen anymore. We just don't use it. So we're gonna use about a 1/4 cup of brown rice and a 1/4 cup of split peas. Split peas aren't for everyone, I get that. I actually like split pea soup. Again, I'm the only one in the household who eats it, so I can't say that I make it a lot, but there we go. I think that's it, folks. I better review here quick. Okay, so that is it. And then we're just gonna let that simmer. So basically the time it's gonna take to cook those peas and cook that rice, and then we are done. That is it. This one I do think tastes better even the next day because the flavors really have time to meld together. It's great though. And again, you can season this to your liking. So if you want it spicier yet, add more of that curry powder. I always add salt and pepper, like at the end I'm gonna add it here, but I'm not gonna like hang out for 20 to 30 minutes to let you see what happens at the end. So I will post a picture when it is done, and it is delicious. So I hope you give this a try. It's certainly not, I would say, a typical recipe for our region, but it really is delicious. Have a great day, everyone. Hope that you have something fun on your agenda planned, and I hope you have something wonderful on your menu planned.